You chose the carabiner video. Good job. I like carabiners too. When we look at carabiners, we have a whole variety. We have these pear-shaped, we have these D, we have all these different kinds of carabiners. Now, when we look at a carabiner and we're thinking about buying one, we have to look at the numbers on the side of the carabiner. We have them right here, and then we have some right here. Now, let's look at these numbers. Our first number is an arrow pointing along what we call the spine of the carabiner, and it says 23 kN. Now, Miss Carew, do you know what kN means?
Kilonewtons.
Kilonewtons. Now, kilonewtons is a measure in force. 1 kilonewton is about 250 pounds. So you can find the force that this carabiner can withstand by multiplying 250 by 23. Now, I'm not going to do the math. You guys are going to do the math. And I'm going to give you just a second to do that. Okay? Did you do it? I'm waiting. Fantastic. Good answer. Now, we look down here again, and we have another number after this first number. What is it? We have, it looks like 8. Okay? It looks like the number 8 with an open gate like this. Now, if you remember previously, when this was closed, it was 23 kilonewtons. But now with the gate open, we only can load 8 kilonewtons. So you can see the importance of this gate in the structure of a carabiner. Our final number is a little arrow that points perpendicular to the spine of the carabiner, and that is the number 10. 10 kilonewtons. So if we take our load from here and we accidentally load it across the gate, we are weakening our carabiner by about half, from 23 to 10 kilonewtons. Okie doke, we have come to the cat lab to explore the carabiner with this cat right here. Her name is Mac. She is the friendliest cat, as you can see. That is the true look of love. Now, let's look at carabiners. We have different types of carabiners. They come in all shapes and sizes. There's two kind of main types. You have your lockers, which are your screw gates, and your non-lockers, which don't have a lock on them. Other than the screw gates, you also have these little triple lock cool guys, and a myriad of other types of locking mechanisms. So we look at carabiners, and we ask ourselves, what are they made of? So carabiners can be found in two flavors, right, Mac? Right. You will find them in either an aluminum style, or you will find a steel variant. Now, both of them have their own benefits and drawbacks. Aluminum are very, very light, but they are weaker. So, as we stated in the previous video, we look at this carabiner, and this is about 23 kilonewtons. So 23 times 250 pounds, I'll let you do the math. And the steel, on the other hand, it rates in at about 50 kilonewtons. So you can see there is a drastic difference in strength. Also, something to consider is the durability. So steel carabiners, I do a lot of work on ropes courses. You want to run a steel carabiner on a steel cable. If you try to run a aluminum carabiner on a steel cable, this will be eaten alive very quickly. So, how do these carabiners work? Well, what they do is they place the load or the force along the strongest part of the carabiner, or the spine. So you'll see here, if we tied a knot on this end and a knot on this end, if we pulled on each end, the knots would slip down to the closest point of this spine of the carabiner. Now, not only is the spine important, but also, as stated in the previous video, the gate is also very, very important. When a carabiner is open like this, the weight or the strength of the carabiner is generally reduced to about half. You can see this little opening right here actually has a little steel bar that runs across in there, and the whole structural integrity is based on the spine and the total shape of the carabiner and maintaining that shape. Now, who invented these cool things? Well, we can attribute the invention of the modern carabiner to this guy named Otto Herzog. He was a German climber and inventor. He first came out with steel carabiners when climbers needed them. You had a obvious issue of tying ropes to ropes, because ropes don't like touching over the ropes. That's a very important thing. If you want to attach two ropes together, you can tie them together, but taking a rope and tying a knot and then running the other rope through it creates a lot of friction, a lot of heat, and it can cause ropes to break very quickly. So that's why we like having a metal surface to run ropes along. So why are these important to climbing? I just touched on a little bit of that. They hold things together. That's one of the biggest things. They allow you to clip in, clip out. They're very strong, and they're really easy. Rather than tying a knot to tie into something, you can clip into something. And then also, you can run ropes through them. So rather than running a piece of rope through a loop of other rope, you can run rope through a little metal ramp on a carabiner, and it decreases the chance of rope on rope failure. So that is the history of carabiners. As you can see, Mac is so interested right now. She's so interested, she has gotten into a scientific coma. So I hope you watch my other videos, and I hope you have a fantastic day.